So we're going to try this one. It's more CNN smear campaigns against Donald Trump. But this one specifically, they caught me with the title. And it says, Vance suggests upper and middle class kids become trans for college admission. So it's going to be a doozy.
Say in a statement, I guess it was in a fundraiser or some sort of private event, that no Obamacare. And President Trump disputed that because Kamala Harris attacked him for that. Trump posted on social media, quote, "Lying Kamala is giving a news conference now saying that I want to end the Affordable Care Act. That's Obamacare. I never mentioned doing that. Never even thought about such a thing." It was a major part of his action as president. Ron Brownstein points out Trump hosted a ceremony.
I think the issue is that if he has massive debts, it is a national security threat. Combine that with his and Elon's close contact with Putin and other adversaries. No, I understand that. But the guy literally just said that he could sell part of his assets and cover all of his debts, not even factoring in Trump's income. That's why the whole interview was completely nothing. They literally just tried to make an issue about Trump having real estate debt somehow be important when it was not important. I get it. To hold your security clearance, you can't have crazy debts. They're scared you're going to make some deals with some foreign countries. Got it. But that was not the case. The guy literally said Trump has this debt, but he can cover it. And that was the whole article. That was it, or video rather. That was it. That was like a slow day at CNN for what they were trying to say.
At the White House, after the House voted to repeal Obamacare in 2017. That one seems like fair game to me from the Harris team.
First of all, I was at that event in 2017. And it really was spiking the football on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, because it did not.
Terrible event.
I don't
understand why we did it, but it happened. I will say that President Trump said maybe a month ago that hands off Obamacare. So there has been this accusation, and he has consistently, at least over the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks, have been saying that getting rid of Obamacare is off the table. So I'm not sure it is a fair hit, but I do appreciate your other fact checks earlier. I do want to say that.
But he hasn't come up with anything.
I don't know why they're sneaking all this other stuff in about Obamacare when that's not what the title was about.
I mean, since 2015, actually, I think he told CNN it's going to be beautiful.
Let's have Maria come in here.
And recently, he might, I don't know if he's said that actually hands off Obamacare, because if Speaker Johnson does everything he says, and he just said he's going to repeal Obamacare. And the problem is, and I think you lived it, that there is no replacement. In fact, recently he said, we have a concept of a plan. And that's exactly the problem. Obamacare is incredibly popular, whether you call it Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, for every single coalition of voter in this country. And that's why that's problematic.
So we're getting into a lot.
Did she just say Obamacare was popular with everyone? Is that really what she just said?
The last minute, 5 days left, people saying things. JD Vance just sat, Senator JD Vance, Donald Trump's running mate, sat for an interview with the great and powerful Joe Rogan today. And he was talking about DEI, and here's some new stuff.
If you are...
Oh, it's from this interview. That's where they're going to come from. Okay. I haven't got the chance to watch this yet, but I heard it was pretty good. So let's see. Let's see what he has to say.
A, middle class or upper middle class white parent, and the only thing that you care about is whether your child goes into Harvard or Yale. Obviously, that pathway has become a lot harder for a lot of upper middle class kids. Mm-hmm. But the one way that those people can participate in the DEI bureaucracy in this country is to be trans. If you become trans, that is the way to reject your white privilege.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody wants to talk about that.
Please.
All right.
Well, look, I think the overall point he's trying to make...
just go on to the next subject if you want.
Look,
just be trans, guys. Why not? Get you a scholarship. Hook yourself up. That way you don't have to join the military.
I do think there is something there that this DEI woke, agenda that we see on the news, and that the Democrat Party really flocks to, I think, a
diversity. Just so people at home might not even know what this is: diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's a
Everybody knows what DEI is. Shut up.
program to boost minority representation and what?
It's not just it was women, people of color, and low income people. A lot of low income white people benefit from.
Well, look,
DEI
JD Vance
programs.
is succeeding. We're talking about
From DEI programs? No, they don't. Shut up. That is fucking ridiculous. To sign up and be trans so you can get a scholarship?
DEI on our
There you
show.
go.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're all very good at. Well, look, there's
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm just saying.
also some merits to, getting to the positions by your merit and not just by, a demographic checkpoint. But overall, I think the woke, we can say that word over and over and over again. Americans are getting tired of it. They're getting tired of us getting outraged at everything JD Vance and Donald Trump says.
I'm not
And they
outraged.
wanna-
It's just the latest. I hadn't even heard it. It was the latest thing.
can I
I want to show the
Yes,
the
all right,
Kamala
let's do
ad
it.
about the Kamala ad, Spanish language
Fair
ad
enough.
about the
Yes.
we just
There's so much to
air it, and
say.
then I'm going to give Maria
They really glossed over that really quick. It's like they didn't even care.
30 seconds to respond. Can we just run that ad, please?
Let's see this.
Kamala backed Biden on everything. She supported his disastrous economic agenda, higher taxes on the middle class. Kamala backed
Basura, somos más. El 5 de noviembre, Trump entenderá que la basura de unos es el tesoro de otras.
Okay, so the first part of that was not was a Trump ad against Kamala Harris. Can you translate the Spanish language ad? Because I don't know what it said, but I know it's airing in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia.
It says, this guy said we are trash. We are not trash. We are so much more. And it talks about scientists. It talks about doctors. It talks about lawyers. It talks about Supreme Court justices. It talks about actors and actresses and singers and everything that has come out of that amazing 35 by 100 mile little tiny island that they want to believe and have told people they think it's trash. It is, Jake, I have to say, I've been working in Latino politics for a very long time. One of the most culturally competent ads I have ever seen.
They really tried to nail this down. The whole garbage thing that some comedian just happened to say at a rally. Yes, Trump should have vetted the comedian better, of course. But Biden said the same thing about Trump's entire fan base being garbage. So you can't really come from a place of moral superiority when you do the same thing. It doesn't really work.
And it is incredibly compelling. It has gone viral.
You think it's going to make a difference?
I think it's going to make a difference. They've put money behind it, and it's going to be seen in all of the battleground states.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I think you really tried to push the racism thing, and it didn't really work.